Your Honor, I would call Latoshia Daniels to the stand.
Come on. Stand here. Raise your right hand.
You swear affirm to tell the whole truth? Right hand, please, ma'am.
Would you please state and spell your name?
Latoshia Daniels, Latoshia, Daniels, Daniels.
Ms. Daniels, you understand why we're here today.
Yes,
We're asking the court to consider mitigating factors for your sentence. Okay?
yes,
If at any point you need some water, or you just need a minute, let me know. Okay? Now, you testified at trial, right?
yes,
So the judge will take into consideration everything that you've already testified to. So we're gonna focus on some things that you didn't testify about as much at trial, okay?
okay,
The first thing that I want to talk to you about is your family, okay? Can you please let the judge know who all is here for you today?
my son, DeAndre Davis, my sister cousin, Andrika Brock, my husband, Lonnie Nelson, my baby sister, Ebony Coben, my brother-in-law, sorry. My brother-in-law, Alpha Coben, my middle sister, Nicole Curley, my mother, Annie Marbury, my inner circle and dear friend, Karma Gardner, my lovely auntie, Barbara Ganaway, the matriarch of our family, Nettie Curley, my cousin, Frederick Daniels, Miss Tammy, my prayer warrior, my everything, Aunt Gladys, Curly, and Mr. Henry. And I also have LaShawn Hill and Janet Hill.
And Kendall Simmons as well?
Oh, yes.
As part of preparation for this hearing, did your friends and family prepare character letters?
Yes.
I'm going to pass you forward a pack of character letters and ask you if you recognize who these are from, okay?
You want me to read them or just, like the name, just look to see?
If you want to just list off who they're from, you can, if the court would like that for the record.
Alpha Coben, Ebony Coben, Gladys Curley, LaShawn Dunn, Ingrid Green, Dr. LaShawn Hill, Miss Yvonne Williams, Janet Hill, I'm just gonna say CJ,
That's her son.
Dr. Letitia Johnson, Annie Marbury, Amy R. Miller. Devin Smith. Marilyn Stewart. Kendall Summons. Jocelyn Thompson. Brenda Ellis Williams. Jaleesa Williams. Pastor Ronald Bailey. Karma Gardner. Dr. Hill and Amy Miller loved me, they said too. Oh, God. April Taylor.
Your Honor, I would ask that we, exhibit number B, it has exhibit A sticker on it from the sentencing memorandum. And Your Honor, that does include the ones filed with the sentencing memorandum as well as the additional ones received after that filing.
Michelle McCary, so your list, I included B to the C.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Daniels, is there one very important person in your life who is not here today because they're no longer with us?
Yes,
Who is that?
my oldest son, Deontay Davis.
And when did he pass away?
November 8th, 2019, 4 months after I was incarcerated.
And did that by suicide?
He died by suicide.
And were you able to go to his funeral?
No.
Did you endure that loss while you were in custody?
Yes.
Now, I want to kind of shift gears, okay? I want to talk to you about your employment, okay? I'm going to pass you forward the document, and tell me if you recognize it.
This is my resume.
Okay. Tell me, kind of a general breakdown of your employment history.
Before incarceration, I was a clinical mental and behavioral health therapist where I was in private practice for many years. I also founded a nonprofit organization called Links of Love.
What does Links of Love do?
We help, well, after incarceration, we started doing business as Love 365. And at that time, we began to help young adults navigate through life, to be spiritually, mentally, and emotionally healthy while navigating through life, so that they may build resilience and thrive through life.
And that was, you expanded on that after you were released on bond?
Yes.
What else did you do employment-wise while you were on bond?
I worked at Whataburger, where I started off at the bottom and within 6 months became the restaurant trainer. I left that position and went and began to become a barista at a local coffee cafe.
Does that resume accurately reflect your employment history and your educational history?
Yes, I also started a business where I became a life coach.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be the next exhibit.
Any objection?
No objection.
We'll show, the finished resume is exhibit C to this one.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels, I'm handing you another pack of photographs. Do you recognize those photographs?
I do.
What are those from?
These are from two various community service projects where the young adults, although we work through spiritual, mental, and emotional resilience, we also give back to the community. So these are two projects. So one, we did a project where we painted the church parking lot so they could have lines so they can park. And then the second one was a back-to-school giveaway where we gave back school supplies to the local community.
Are those the only two community service projects you've ever done?
No.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be made the next lettered exhibit. A cumulative exhibit, please.
We'll show the service pictures as cumulative, exhibit C.
What other types of service-related acts have you done?
Before incarceration, I was involved in numerous community organizations where I did community service all the time through my sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho, being a member of Eastern Star, Prince Hall affiliated, the National Social Workers Association, Black Social Workers Association. I was always involved in community service, even through my church.
Did you continue community service after being released out on bond?
I did that through my nonprofit as I work with the young adults.
Did you have more than just those two activities, or were just those just the two that we have pictures of?
Those are just the two that we have pictures of.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels, I'm handing you a stack of books. If you would please look through those and tell me if you recognize them.
I do.
Please tell me what those are.
These are journals and books that I have written once I got out on bond, and that they are now available on Amazon and other local.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be made a cumulative exhibit.
Any objection?
No, ma'am.
All right, we'll show, the books brought by the defendants, exhibit D. You said, I'm sorry? D. Is it E? Yes, E, I'm sorry, yes, E.
Can you please look at each of those, indicate the title, and kind of a brief description of what they are?
This first one, Authentic, is just a writing journal. A Prayer for Mom, a journal for teens with incarcerated mothers, is a guided journal for teens who have incarcerated mothers. A Mother's Prayer is a journal for incarcerated mothers. It's also a guided journal.
Were those two specifically kind of inspired by your personal experience in custody?
Yes. Know Thyself is just a journal, and it has encouraging words for women as they write through each day. Kingdom Man is a writing journal for men. Kingdom Teen, 1 Peter 2:9, True Royalty, is a writing journal for teens. Level Up gaining power during the fight is the beginning of memoir of sharing my story and my journey as I went through incarceration and learning to gain power during that time. Feel, Deal, Heal, acquiring love, liberty over vulnerable emotions is again part of my journey and story as I begin my healing journey through this process.
Now, I noticed several of those are writing journals. Why did you focus on creating writing journals for people?
Journaling is a coping skill that I use throughout all my life, but found it to be very necessary and needed during this particular season of my life.
And did you want to share that with others so
Yeah.
that they could help find that comfort?
Yes.
I want to talk to you next about your mental health, okay?
Yes.
Now, you have a master's degree in social work, right?
Yes.
Well,
I have.
and let me do this while we're talking about it. May I approach?
Yes.
We'll back up just a minute. Do you recognize those documents?
I do.
What are those?
These are photographs of my degrees.
Okay, and what schools are they from and what are they degrees for?
The University of Arkansas at Little Rock, a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminal Justice. University of Arkansas at Little Rock, a Master's of Social Work. Walden University, Doctor of Social Work.
I misspoke, you have doctorate.
Yes.
Your Honor, if we could make those the next letter exhibit, I believe that would be F.
Any objection?
No, ma'am.
All right. Show defendant's degrees marked as exhibits. Yep.
And Ms. Daniels, you've dedicated your life to studying and learning about mental health, right?
Yes.
But you yourself have struggled with mental health difficulties.
Yes.
As part of that struggle, since being incarcerated and even before, had you sought mental health professional care?
I have.
Okay. What were you doing prior to incarceration?
Prior to incarceration, I had begun to do individual therapy.
Okay. Now, what about when you went into custody?
When I went into custody, there's not a lot there, but I did have the ability to talk to one of the clinicians that come in that's on contract.
And you took advantage of that? You did see the psychologists available
Ye-
within the facility?
Yes,
And when you got out, did you resume mental health treatment?
I did.
Who did you see?
I saw Amy Miller.
Okay. And that was an individual that provided a letter to the court?
Yes.
How long did you see Amy Miller?
I saw her the entire time that I was out on bond,
Okay.
so for 2.5 years.
Did she ever give you any clinical diagnoses?
She did.
What did she diagnose you with?
She did major depression and PTSD.
And then as part of our preparations for trial, did you go through a psychological evaluation with Dr. Bidding?
I did.
Do you recall Dr. Bidding's diagnosis?
Major depression, avoidant personality, and borderline personality.
Do you recognize, while you're in custody this time, do you intend to continue to pursue mental health treatment?
I have pursued it.
Tell me about that.
I have met with Dr. Mason, who is in the facility.
Why does that matter?
Being mentally healthy is part of my overall well-being, and so I am dedicated to living and I want to be healthy.
And are we sitting here today because of a mental health crisis?
Yes.
I want to talk to you about while you were in custody, okay? You've been in custody since the verdict came back, right?
Yes.
Have you availed yourself of any other opportunities within the facility?
Yes, the facility has where you can go onto a tablet and complete various courses. And so I took advantage of doing those courses while I've been incarcerated.
Your Honor, may I pass forward a group of documents?
Yes.
Do you recognize what those are?
Yes, these are the certificates I've gotten from completing various courses.
Would you please, for the record, read what course they are and their date of completion?
Entrepreneurship, November 2025. Origin Wellbeing Academy, December 2025. Enduring Skills, December 2025. The Only Person You Cheat Is You, December 2025. Explore a Career in Electrical, January 2026. Digital Marketing Certification Preparation, January 2026. Wellness Recovery Action Plan Reentry, January 2026. The Master Plan, January 2026.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be the next letter to exhibit.
Any objection?
No, ma'am.
Show certificates. Ms. Daniels certificates is exhibits G. Exhibit G.
And I understand the limitations of a class on a tablet, but did you find any of those helpful or insightful?
Yes, most of those that I took intentionally because they all, for the most part, assisted me with continuing with enhancing my mental and emotional well-being.
With those sorts of courses, is it kind of one of those things you get out of it what you put into it?
Yes.
And are you just going through the motions to get certificates, or are you still pursuing betterment?
No, I'm pursuing betterment.
Now we're moving into the closing end of things, okay? I know that there are some apologies that you wanted to make and some words that you wanted to say to the court. So now is your time and your opportunity to do that, okay?
Your Honor, to this court, if I may, start with the Perry family. To the Perry family, no words can express the pain that I feel, nor will it ever take away the pain that you feel. But I want to say to you that I'm godly sorrowful, and I know it doesn't take back what has happened, nor does it negate what has happened. But I want you to know that I am so sorry for the pain that I've caused you. To Tabitha, I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. And I pray that all of you guys will forgive me. But please know, I never meant for any of this to happen. To my family, I'm so sorry that I've taken you guys through this. Never meant to hurt or harm anyone. And I'm so godly sorrowful. Judge, I know what I did. I wasn't in the best health. And I know it doesn't take away what happened. But please, know that I'm godly sorrowful. And I ask that you extend grace and mercy.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right. Cross-examination.
No question.
All right. You may step down, ma'am.